Wow, it's Yu-Gi-Oh time again. Here we go. All right, so I got a little video here that I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna start by opening this pack. I opened the pack itself already. It's the one that the like login thing. I don't know, like something Alice in Wonderland type of thing. Whatever. And I'm just gonna say, like, I'm gonna tell you something. By the way, Yu-Gi-Oh would be 1,000 times better if they would just delete all the anime girl waifu cards from the game. All right, I'm just gonna say that, like that, you know. Wow, look at that. Like it's just an anime waifu, you know. All right. Look at that, huh? That's pretty, kind of like Horaloo or whatever. Or, actually, that's like Radon. Like, yeah, that's like literally Radon in the Shadow of the Erdtree. Weird. Alright, so check this out, right? Oh, okay, hold on. So check this out, alright? So check this out, alright? I'm gonna show you a replay. I'm gonna show you a duel I did, and then I'm gonna yap a little bit. Alright? This duel here, oh my back, is an unacceptable thing. Alright? So my opponent is going first. I'm playing like a chaos deck, with like the light and dark and all that. Oh. So this, by the way, it happens a lot in this game, right? Where you're doing a duel and your opponent, their turn's like 7 minutes long. And that's like what this was. It was, I was tabbed out looking at Instagram, scrolling through Instagram, looking at my phone. It just goes forever, right? And it's like, what's the point of like trying to read what these cards do when they're on the board for 5 seconds and then they get removed from the board? You're not going to be like reading every card. Either you know them or you're not going to really read them all, right? It's like that thing on there that's a paragraph of text, it's gone. Right? Now, this is my opponent's first turn. He went first, okay? I'm assuming if you're familiar enough with this game, you might possibly know what's happening here, in what I'm about to experience. But we'll see. Maybe this is some brand new deck. But it just goes on forever, right? I'm looking at Instagram. Took some damage. Yes. Yeah, it's like, who knows what these cards do, right? Oh! A little more damage. Oh, I'm like actually looking at my phone. I mean, not much to do when it's like, just wait around, right? Oh, and I lost. So, he beat me on turn 1. On his turn 1, first turn of the duel, he went first. He beat me on turn 1. Okay? So that's unacceptable, all right? Like, it's like I've been playing Master Duel, all right? Yeah, ever since I made that first video where I'm like, Yu-Gi-Oh's fucking shitty now or whatever. I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna really give it like I'm gonna give it more of a chance, right? I'm gonna learn the new thing. I'm gonna learn how to do synchro summons. I'm gonna learn all that garbage. All right. I have 142 hours on Master Duel, right? And I've, yeah. I have a pretty good deck. It's like okay, it's not like a meta deck, but it's like what the fuck was that, right? I mean, back in the day, to do a turn one kill like that, you know, you would just need to draw Exodia, you know. It's like, and that's the exception, not the rule. Go ahead and grab this real quick. So, you know, it's just kind of like rough. Now, I've also been playing a little bit of this thing called YGO Pro. You know, I guess it's kind of weird. It has like 15 names, like the Dawn of a New Era, Launcher Pro, whatever. Been doing a lot of that. It's a good way to like try to play some of my more like old school stuff. Like, you know, you can do these formats. Like there's the GOAT format, and then like I guess the Edison format and other stuff like that. And people like that, right? And I do like that. Now, while I'm able to like play this, and I have adapted to this, like this is the deck I'm primarily using. It's not like perfect. It's not some meta deck. I made it myself, but it's pretty good and it works. I have plenty of duels where it's like, wow, you know, I just beat that guy and it was a great duel, right? It works well enough. I even had one recently where I actually finally got to play this thing. I got, you know, which I had never been able to play before, and like did the discard 5, right? And like this deck, like I want to basically, if I could start the duel by discarding half my deck, I'd be like 100% win rate with this, you know. Yeah, so that was kind of cool. But you know, it's a pretty simple deck. I'm sure it's like somewhat of a cookie cutter deck in a way, which pretty much everything seems to be. But, so I have, you know, adapted. There's another deck I have here. It's this thing, the Metal Morph deck, kinda. It's not perfect. It's not some meta thing. I'm not following a deck list. I'm making it myself. But, you know, it's just kind of cookie cutter. They give you all the tools. You just put all the tools in the deck and then, you know, put some other things in too. This I kind of want to make at some point and do. I would need a lot of these, so I'm kind of hoping to just open some of these so I can get secret packs to, you know, ease the cost. But yeah, so I do understand the new stuff. That's the point I'm making, right? I do get it. But going on that YGO Pro thing, it's just like a third-party application. And getting to play some, like, you know, play against some bots, right? And just, like, they even have, like, little simulations of, like, the characters, like Joey Wheeler, Yugi, Kaiba, and, Darts. I never really watched, you know, whatever he was in Darts, but, I guess I didn't get that far in the show, huh? But, you know, and those are kind of fun, you know, but it is a different game. So, like, right here, this deck is my real-life deck. This is my, like... This is my main deck in real life that I have in my closet, right? Now, I have a bunch of decks that I made, but this is the one, right? And it's such a simple thing. And it looks like a bunch of random cards, and it kind of is. Because that's how it worked. Alright, back in the old days, right? Before you could just go on eBay and hand pick your perfect deck, you would go to the store, right, the little, like a little magazine store, and they'd have Yu-Gi-Oh cards at the front, and you'd be like, oh, Dad, can I get these? You know, and then they'd be like, sure, right? And then how it works is, you'd open them, and what you get inside is what you get. You know, and it's not like, oh, I need to spend $2,000 on these packs to make sure I get every single card, you know, in the set to make the perfect deck. No. It's like you would get what you get. Right? So then, you know, to make a deck, you would use what you have, what you would accumulate over time. Like, I had tons of cards. I had so many cards. Unfortunately, most of them are gone, like, in the garbage decade ago, you know? More than a decade ago, right? But I kept, you know, all the good ones and all the shiny ones, so, you know, at least I didn't, like, mess up that badly. But, hey... You know, but it is a slower thing. It's much slower to, if you actually, like, give it a shot. If you've never played, like, an old version of Yu-Gi-Oh, give it a try. And you'd be surprised how fun it is to just play a couple cards. you know? Not have to sit there scrolling through Instagram for 20 minutes and, oh, I lost? Oh, good. I'm glad. You know, that was such a good use of my time. And I had so much fun, right? Like, it's dumb. The modern stuff, I get it, it's fun. But, like, the old stuff, I mean, there's a reason why they call it the GOAT format, alright? Now, I think the GOAT format is flawed. Because this is my deck. This is my real-life deck. It's circa maybe 2006... You know, maybe something like that, 2006, 2007, maybe. So it's not even GOAT format compatible. To highlight the cards here that aren't available in the GOAT format, it would be this guy, right? Just like he's, you know, just a regular guy, right? 4 cost, 1,800 attack, you know. Chainsaw Insect here, it's really strong. It's my strongest... like 4 cost, and this is back in the day where you would need 4 cost cards to actually play them, right? It's not like now where like you don't even tribute summon anymore, all right? You don't tribute summon at all in modern Yu-Gi-Oh. That's not a thing, all right? So you don't really do like this kind of stuff anymore, like just like getting a strong 4 cost out on your like turn 1 or whatever. But yeah, this is the strongest I had. It does have a drawback where they draw a card when you attack. But yeah, that's not GOAT format. This is not GOAT format. This thing is not GOAT format. This is not the correct obelisk like that I have. The one I have in real life is like the all blue card. Minion, so like, whatever. But let me see. Let me think. This one's not GOAT format. And then, as far as like the time period, like this right here, like these came out after. These are like 2006 cards, right? That I just went over there. But then in the GOAT format, there's a ban list, and I don't like ban lists because you know what's in the ban list. This card's banned. I think this card's banned. And they're not even like unreasonable cards. Like when you take battle damage, discard a card, summon 1 monster from your deck with attack less than or equal to the damage you took. It's like that's pretty reasonable. It's not insanely overpowered. There's also another card that's missing from here. And it's the return from a different dimension card, and that card's it's banned. It's just banned in like the current format, so I couldn't put it in here, I guess. I mean, I'm sure I could search for banned cards, but you know, so that would be an extra card in here. But yeah, you might look at this and think it's just a bunch of random things. Here's that card I mentioned in the first video, by the way. Pretty cool. You know, I just have that, right? But yeah, the deck works really well. You know, you got these guys, these are some, well, not this one. These are some strong opener cards, right? Some strong 4 cost cards that you can summon out here. You know, and it's, in this case, a strong offense is a good defense, right? And you get that out, it survives the turn on the board because it's so strong, and then you could tribute summon it next turn to get something more powerful out. That's generally how it works. Now, I have something like Cost Down, which can reduce the level of things in my hand by like 2, which can mean that I can like just put out like a Guardian Sphinx, and this thing's insane in the older kind of game, you know, where I could just lock out my opponent, you know, every turn basically, unless they can deal with the 1,700 attack, you know, when I'm flip summoning this to return their stuff to their hand. You know, it's a great card for that. Ghost Knight Jackal, never really got any much use out of that, because I have been doing a lot of duels on that YGO Pro thing to like play. The Pyramid of Light cards, these two, I've been doing a lot with. These have been working well. Never gotten this guy out. Don't know why he's a super rare on here. Big Koala, the Hex Steel Fusion, Death Kangaroo, Polymerization, all for Master of Oz. So it's like there are a number of ways to win with this deck in the older game. Invader of Darkness here, he's a cool card. You know, I could like level Conversion Lab to like lower it to, you know, get him out or whatever. Sacrifice to get him out. Doesn't matter. Point is, with your just random collection of cards, you do get a functional deck, right? And there is fun to that because it really makes it so it's your deck. Like, this is my deck. No one else has a deck like this. This is the only one in the world, you know? Like, no one has all these exact cards. Like, Manticore Darkness, you know, it's like, oh, that's a cool card, right? And it also synergizes by, like, being able to, like, discard this thing that I've never summoned. to like bring it back. You know, like I have cards that discard things, to discard this Silva thing, to then bring it back with like, well, I mean, you wouldn't have to, it would just summon itself, right, with the effect or whatever, but you know, it's a great deck. You know, this guy, they can't use traps during the battle phase. This guy, they can't use quick play spells. You get both on the field. Now they're basically unable to use spells or traps when you're attacking. So it's just, yeah, it's great. Classic trap hole. There is a charm to the older game, all right? And the charm is not there in the modern game, all right? It isn't. It's a different thing. It's just it's not the same game. It's not necessarily bad, the new game, right? But it's not what it used to be. And you know, it's like everything's an archetype. Like I mentioned that in the first video. It's just, you know, here's Buster Blader, and now it's like get your Buster Blader cards, get every card that only specifically works with Buster Blader, by the way. So it's like they're useless in any other deck except Buster Blader, right? Which is just so annoying, because then you're opening packs, and you open it, and it's just a bunch of stuff for archetypes that you don't want to play, so it's just like you're opening a bunch of blank cards. You know, that's what it feels like when you're opening packs, and then you get all those anime girls. Oh, the anime girls. Let's just, like, how many do they have to make? Way too many. But yeah. So, you know, I'm gonna revert back to one of my original points in my first video and say they need to make, you know, the older formats more accessible. Like, why not just put it in this? Why not put a mode in here? They do have some sort of filter where in like a casual match you can, how do you do that? Or no, it's not that. It's duel room. You know, you like create a room, and then, yeah, like this. You can like set it to like fusion, right? And then it's like, okay, so now you can't use synchros, XYZs, or links, but you can still use pendulum. So it's like, that's like almost kind of like that, but just get a mode where it's like you could just filter by the year. And then I don't even think the GOAT format is necessary. I feel like, you know, you could go a little beyond just 2005. It's not like cards from 2006 are broken or anything. Because if you just like saw what I was showing, like, it's like, is this card broken? You know, this is a broken card, right? Like, it's not even that good, right? There's just, you know, you could just get a version of the game. You could just get it 2008, whatever. I don't know, just before all the crazy nonsense, you know. You know, and back when you could just make your own deck. But I would love to see that kind of game with no ban lists, because ban lists kind of ruin the fun. It's like, what's the point? Like, what am I, you know, here's my deck, right? But it's like, if this is banned, and this is banned, and you know, whatever else is banned, it's like, all right, you know, how am I supposed to possibly replace those cards, right? You know, it's like, it's a specific effect that I need, and, you know, I don't know, it's just weird. But yeah, that's kind of just what, you know, it's just a little rant there, I guess, right? But, you know, would love to see the ability to play the game with like older cards, okay? No ban list. You don't need tournament ban lists and everything. It's not, this isn't a tournament that I'm doing here. I'm on Master Duel. Yeah, I'm not competing for hundreds of dollars or like a Nintendo Switch or whatever, right? I'm just trying to play the game, right? You don't need tournament ban lists everywhere. Unless it's a tournament, in-game tournament, you know, kind of thing. Or ranked, maybe, you know, ranked. Fuck it, whatever. But, yeah. Oh, shit. I think there was like a secret deck I was supposed to be doing to... whoops. Oh, well. It's gone. But, yeah. That's pretty much it, yeah? I mean, I could just keep going and keep talking, you know? Everyone likes when I talk a lot, right? So, you know, let me know what you think, right? But if you've never played an older version of Yu-Gi-Oh, if you've never done it, give it a try. Like, go download YGO Pro and go play against. You can't really play with an older deck against the, like, you'd have to play against like the show, like the show accurate bots, like the Yu-Gi-Oh Yugi simulation. You know, Kaiba. You know, the Joey Wheeler one's probably the best. He's the most like just kind of regular. He doesn't have some crazy like thing that's just broken. So like it's like make a deck like old school, play against the Joey Wheeler thing, and you'll see like it's just more fun. It's just simple fun. You don't need overcomplicated 20-minute turns where you have a 3,000 card combo and you have all these crazy cards called like Cyber Super End Demon Black Dragon of Darkness. It's like all these cards just have all these insane names. You know, like, oh, Galaxy Eyes 27 Blue Situation Dragon. It's like, what are you talking about? You know? It's just all this complicated stuff, and it's got like a paragraph of text on it, and you play it, and it's only there for 2 seconds, and its entire purpose is to be then sacrificed to summon some other thing, and then that one goes away to summon some other thing, and it's like, these, I don't know what we're thinking with that, right? It's just too much. Konami needs to tone it down a lot, maybe readjust the entire game, but I would suggest instead of that, they could just make an older version. People would love it. I'm telling you, if you've never done it, you'd love it. And no more of these anime girls, no more. There aren't any of those in the old version. It's dual monsters, not dual waifus, okay? So let's just get that on the table there, all right? Sick of the damn anime waifus and all the damn anime waifu decks. And you go against them over and over, and they're just playing all these weird-looking anime. Here's more of them. Oh, it's just too much. All right, but anyway, I can't do the waifu thing. All right, we're done with the waifus. We're not doing waifus anymore. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna eat breakfast. You know, have some cereal or something. Right, the most least nutritious thing ever. Let's go get that cereal.